got two screens going, so I've sort of got to look between two screens. Yes, I'm on live doing live readings tonight. It's been a couple of weeks. We've had a bit of a rough trot. Hello, Facebook. Nice to see you. I was just saying hello to Instagram. Just popping in to do some readings. Can't wait. It's been too long, hey? I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes up in today's live. So, yes, I made it. 2 weeks. I've had 2 weeks off. Unheard of. Since June 2019, I have been showing up doing these weekly reports. I've only ever missed 1 week. This time it was 2 weeks. Needed it though. We've been really unwell. Hello, Miller. Stacey. Hello, Nigel. Good to see you. Yeah, we've had a bit of a rough trot in the house. My daughter got sick and then I was a bit sick and, well, I wasn't a bit sick. I was a lot sick. I had a couple of weeks of just a bit of a bad run. I started off with a bit of a flu and then, that went on my chest and all that sort of stuff. I'm okay now. I'm good. I'm better. Hi, Kiri. Good to see you. Nikki, hello. Oh, you're awake, Nikki. Tashini, hello. Hello, Megan. Deborah, so good to see everyone. I'm really glad you're here. Hello, Beck. I'm really glad you're here. It's been too long, hey? Miranda, hello. Yes, we're on the mend now. We're on the other side. We're on the other side of things. Thank God. But, I still feel like I've got so much to catch up on. So just a quick, well, I'll probably should wait for a few more people to pop on. Hello, Carly. Rena, hello. Natasha. Oh, I'm so glad everyone's here. So that's good. Pleased, thrilled. I'm looking up. I've got 2 screens going on. So I'm looking at Instagram, seeing who's popped onto Instagram. And Olive. Hello, Olive. What a lovely name. Alison, hello. I've had a good day, thanks. I went for a run today, so that's been a while. I used to be a marathon runner. Yes, and so back on, today was my first run for a while. It was pretty slow. Actually, it wasn't a run. It was probably more like a shuffle. It was a shuffle, nonetheless. Hello, Steph. Good to see you. Hello. Oh, gosh. So, Sue, hi. So, we've got Black Friday. The Black Friday sales are coming up. Everybody's looking at them. I've been looking at them. I want to get a little buggy for my daughter, Selena. So I'm going to give you an early start. with the Black Friday sale. So I'm going to pop a link in here. I'm going to do my readings. If you want to book in for a reading, I've got, $150. So they're normally $180, but $150. So you just pick what you want. You can either have an astrology. I've got to pop it in for Instagram. I'll do that afterwards. Instagram. I'll put it in my link in my thing. You can either choose a soul reading, tarot, just a full hour tarot reading, or you can choose an astro reading. You just take your pick, whichever one you want. And they're normally $180, but yes, Black Friday sale only for this week. Once Friday disappears, then it's gone. So it's $150. So I'll just pop it in again just so that you can find it. There you go. Black Friday sale. It's an early one. Get in early. There you are. It's in there now. So, yes, normally $180. So jump in. Jump in. I forgot it was Black Friday, actually. I thought, what am I going to do for my people? What can I do for them for Black Friday? I'll have some other stuff available on Friday. Keep your eyes open for Friday as well. I'll do something. I'll offer something up. So, okay, so if this is the first time that you've jumped on, my name is Marina Lovasz, and I refer to myself as your soul purpose mentor. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I teach channeling and tarot. So, yes, how this works is I'm going to do a 3-card reading for the collective. So it's your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I've put my hand up to read for us tonight. So I'll channel on like a collective reading and then just take what you want from that. I'm sure there'll be something in that for you that is relevant. And then after that, I'll do some readings for people. So if you'd like a reading, you can either put yes in the comments section, or what you can do is ask me a question. I love questions, and I especially love to do love readings. So if you want a love reading, Pop a question in the comments section. Questions are better than yeses. Just saying. It is better. So, okay. So first of all, I want to do this can't speak. This report for the collective. I want to do that first, and then yes, I'll do some readings. So. Just quickly pop this in here again. This is my Black Friday sale. Normally $180. The reading will be $150. Everybody has loved their astro readings. I should add that. They've absolutely loved it. And I have witnessed, and I promise you this is no word of a lie, I have witnessed people transforming their lives and changing the course of their destiny based on their natal report that we've sat down and worked through together. So I've helped them get into alignment with the truth of who they are, who they really are, their authentic self. So they know what their purpose, what their career path is, or usually it's around soul purpose. So it's been very transformational for my clients. I'm very, very proud. So if you want to jump in and grab one of those, I really encourage you to do that. You'll love it. You will love it. So, okay, let me pick 3 cards. I'm really hoping for some good cards. It's been rough. I've had a rough few weeks, so I'm really looking forward to something. I'm hoping, Spirit, will you please engineer something for us? Orchestrate something amazing for us. Wish life would work like that, hey? Let's see. Yes. Okay. First card. Oh, so I'm going to read it in a minute. So I'm going to read 3 cards. These cards are randomly chosen. So here we go. First card. Here we go, Instagram. It's the King of Cups. Right. So the message with this card. So first thing I should say this. Cups actually represent emotions. They represent relationship with yourself and relationship with others. This card is in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is, he's a Cancerian energy. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if we think of the moon energy, think of mother archetype, think of nurturing, think of emotions, think of the moodiness or the instability of emotions. Like emotions are a bit like the weather, hey? They come and go and they change over time. But this guy, the story around this guy is that he was, well, you can see, let me first show you this. So if you look at his gown, I'll show you in a minute, Instagram. If you look at his gown, it doesn't touch the water. So he's somewhat removed from his emotional reality. So in the story, his name is Orpheus, and he fell in love with a woman named Eurydice. And they got married. And at the altar, she was bitten by a snake and she died. And so he was devastated by this. He was deeply in love with Eurydice and he was devastated by this. So he went into the underworld, into the realm of the dead. And he went into the underworld. There's a reason why I'm telling you this, so listen in. So he went into the underworld, into the realm of the dead, and he asked Hades, the dark underlord, the lord of the underworld, the king, the ruler of the underworld. And he said, Hades, please let me have Eurydice back. Please let me have her back. And Hades initially said no. So what he did, him being a poet and a musician, he played his most beautiful love song and shared his most romantic poetry. And everybody in the underworld were weeping. And so Hades said, okay, I'll send her back to you, but on one condition. As you walk out of the underworld, you are not to look back. She will be walking behind you, but you mustn't look back. You've got to continue to walk. So the underworld represents the unconscious. It represents repressed material. It represents your repressed self. It represents your repressed desires. And so Hades had said to him, if you want to have what you want and have it in your conscious waking reality, you need to keep walking and not look back and trust that she's behind you. Well, he didn't. So he walked through the underworld and he was just about to walk into waking consciousness, into daylight, and he couldn't hear her footsteps. And he turned around and he couldn't see Eurydice. So she faded away into the background. He didn't trust. The message of this card is that we must learn how to trust our own feelings. And the only way to do that is to go inwards and start doing the inner work. Orpheus was what is often called the card of once bitten, twice shy. Like he doesn't trust love, and he's scared to open his heart because he doesn't want to be hurt. So he spends a vast amount of his time listening to other people and their problems, but not doing his inner work. So this is the card of doing inner work this week, opening your heart, learning or reconnecting with your heart, or becoming more heart conscious, or spending more time delving inwards to explore some of these hurts or these repressed feelings so that they can come to the surface and clear from your energy, from your physical body, to clear emotionally, to clear the debris from your eyes, to clear the debris from your heart so you can see the truth. So he is, this is the card of the healer. So for those of you who may have been called on a healing path this week, or have been contemplating on doing some form of counseling next year, or thinking about university, doing a master's of something, or maybe potentially becoming a Reiki master, this is a good sign, because he is a healer nonetheless. He devoted his life to healing others, to avoid his own pain, though. For those of you who are seeking relationship, this is the card of doing the inner work. You're being called to do the inner work, to go inwards and do some inner reflection, like be reflective. Look at the ways in which you might be sabotaging your own relationships, or what you might be doing to prevent yourself from opening up to love. So this is a beautiful card. For some of you, this might mean that a guy or masculine energy is entering into your field, and this is somebody who is probably a bit of a closed book, somebody who has difficulties, who's trying to protect. They're trying to protect themselves, or protect himself or herself, and you need to be patient with this person. You'll need to be patient. Underneath that is a beautiful soul, underneath the hard exterior. Think of, like it's in the sign of Cancer, think of the little crab, right? Think of the little crab that has this protective shell, but on the inside they're just soft and beautiful. So he's got this beautiful softness, but you can look at the water. You can see how tumultuous the water is. So this is the first card for this week. We've got to do some inner work, and confirmation for those of you who are wanting to move into the healing therapeutic fields. This is your yes. Go forward and do that. It might even be actually that you may need to have some counseling or some support, some extra support. And this is a confirmation to go ahead and do that. It's quite hard to do sort of that reflective work if you don't have anybody there holding space for you. We can only do so much on our own. It is important to have support. And he doesn't allow himself to get close enough to have that. So this is like confirmation of that. And also, for some of you, it very well could be a guy entering into your field, or who's already here, but he needs some time. You need to give him some time and space to open up. This is a beautiful, sensitive soul. Okay, the next card. Oh, God. So, out of breath, I'm talking so much. I probably am, Kate. If it is resonating for you, take it. It's meant for you. If it's resonating and you're feeling like it's touching you on the inside somewhere, you feel moved by it, take it. It's because it's meant for you. It's a reading for the collective. I'll do some readings afterwards. So now we've got the Five of Pentacles. This card in the Mythic Tarot represents loss, or having had loss, or having had experienced some loss. It can be financial loss. It can be emotional loss. It can be, this card represents letting go of what no longer serves you, what you have outgrown. And in the story, Dadlius did it the wrong way. He, instead of actually looking for ways to grow himself in his relationship with his nephew, also in his business, he decided, because his nephew was working with him and his nephew was a very skilled craftsman, and he became jealous of him. So instead of finding ways to outgrow his craft or upskill his practice, he threw his nephew off the Acropolis instead, off the cliff, and he died. And so rather than looking for ways to improve himself, he tried to take a shortcut, and it cost him, and it cost the life of his nephew as well. And then he was exiled. He was sent away from Athens. Athena banished him from Athens. So sometimes this card comes up when we feel like we've suffered some loss, or we've suffered, we've experienced some emotional pain around letting go. It can be financial loss, it can be emotional loss. But the promise with this card is that even though things seem, even though it might feel like all is lost, it's not, because I know what comes after this. So those of you who may be feeling down or upset about the past and wishing that you made different decisions or maybe regretting things, don't. Because the promise with this card is there's something better, but one has to risk. To risk nothing is to have nothing. So this card, it is about letting go of what once was, to open up what can now be. It'll give you an opportunity to have something more, but it doesn't happen without an emotional letting go. So it's okay to have a bit of a cry. It's okay to have a bit of a cry and a bit of an emotional release. That's all part of this card. Sometimes we've invested our money, our time and resources into people or jobs or employment or businesses that just didn't take off. And that, yes, it can be upsetting for sure because of the investment that you made. But the promise with this card is that if you just let go and take a risk and open your heart to something new, it will afford something better. I will say this, with this card, there's no promise that you're going to get what you want. So if you think by letting go, you're going to get this prized jewel or this guy or this girl or this thing, there's no promise that you're going to get that. But the promise is there'll be something better, whatever that better is. So open your heart and your mind to letting go this week. And very fitting, because he's our King of Cups. He's afraid. He won't let go of, he can't let go of Eurydice. He can't let go of her. And then it prevents him from having love in his life. He ends up rather lonely. So, okay. The next card, I don't know what it's going to be. I'm a little bit scared to turn it over. Oh, it's been I want something nice. Orpheus. Oh, we love him, don't we, Alicia? So, shall I turn over the next card? I don't know what it is yet. Let's turn it over. Let's see what it is. Oh, okay. Not so bad. All is not lost. Okay. Right. Next step. Our next step. This week's next step. So it's about gathering the resources. It's about gathering the tools. It's about finding the therapist. It's about finding the course. It's about getting all your tools ready to launch your new business or your new idea. The ship has docked. Can you see there's a ship? It's the Argo. This is a celebratory card. All is not lost. A lot will be achieved if you gather your resources and work on building this ship in the background. This ship being your creative endeavor. It could be a project. It could be working towards what you actually want in your relationship. But ultimately, whenever the Wands comes up in a reading, it really is about soul purpose and what our creative life, the life that we dream of having or living, which doesn't necessarily mean around career. It's what we feel destined, what we feel called to become or to do. So, so Jason, he's built this ship with his shipmates there. You can see his shipmates. They've built this ship. He's got a team of people. We're being reminded this week that we don't have to do it alone. Open your heart to support. Open your heart to receiving help. Open your heart to receiving training. Open your heart to receiving therapy. Open your heart to, just let yourself be supported. We don't have to do this alone. We're actually interdependent human beings. We're not supposed to be like so overly independent. And in fact, it's generally a response to trauma. When we become so overly independent, we don't trust. We don't trust people, and we can disconnect from those, from opportunities, people who love us. And yes, it's not natural to be so overly hyper vigilant and independent, but we all need each other. So poor old Orpheus in the story, like he just wouldn't open up. So the message this week for us is, these are beautiful cards for this week. Let's just have a look at these cards. So we've got the Moon card. Well, King of Cups, Cancer's ruled by the Moon. So we know that this is quite an emotional card, and that if you do the inner work this week, you can expect some emotional releases. There's potential for new love as well, but you need to let down the guard. If there's somebody new coming in, be patient with them. If you've been wanting to become a therapist or a psychotherapist or do some healing work or become a healer of some sort, this is like your yes card. Go forth and do that. This is confirmation. This is the once bitten, twice shy card. So this is about, we have to learn how to trust ourselves again. This is about working on trusting your heart first and foremost, opening up and opening up to your inner reality. Letting go of the past, letting go of what once was. It's no longer a fit. You've outgrown it. And unfortunately, the ending may not have been very nice, or the letting part go you might have suffered some kind of loss. We all do when we let go. There's a loss, there's a grief there. But sometimes there's a bit of shame as well and embarrassment. He was very embarrassed. Dadlius was very embarrassed about what he did when he threw his nephew off the cliff. But the promise is that there's something better waiting. But the key is not to expect what you had before to show up, because there's no guarantee that will happen. It's not a no, but it's not necessarily a yes. I don't know. We don't know. So I know there'll be a new opportunity for Dadlius. What that looks like, we're not entirely sure yet. So just be open to something better. Be open to something better. So get the supports in place, gather your resources, start planning, start putting things in place. Sorry, Instagram, start putting things in place, get all the things ready. Ask for help. Gather your team of people. You don't have to do this alone. We're not meant to live alone. It's not meant to. We all need each other. So, find the supports. Let yourself be supported. Okay, that's this week's reading. Oh, gosh. Feels intense. Feels intense for me. Anyway, it's not what I wanted. I wanted something a bit different, but that's okay. You get what you get and you don't get upset, right? You have to trust that spirit has right intention, and that I do trust my cards and I do trust what channels through. So, right, I'm going to do some readings now. So if you'd like a reading, you need to put yes in the comments section, or put a question in there and I'll read for you. And yes, and I like doing love readings, by the way. If you want a love reading, just, pop a yes in. Happy to do that. Wouldn't mind doing that. I like them. They're fun. So maybe put more than a yes in. Put yes, I'd like a love reading, please. But ask me a question. Questions are good. Questions are better. All right. So I'll start with Beck Bambara. Beck Bambara on Instagram. Hi, Beck. Yes, I'd love to read for you. Don't worry. There's going to be plenty of time to read for everyone. So don't worry, Facebook. I'm going to be over here too. So if there's anything that comes up with the cards that I read for other people and it resonates for you, take it. Because the cards are a psychological journey. They're not just they're not fortune telling. These are psychological cards. They're taking you on a mythological journey into the depths of your psyche, your psychology, your mind, your heart, your inner being. All right, Beck, this is for you. So if you ask me a question, you'll get 2 cards. If you don't ask me a question, you just get 1 card. Just say. Okay, Beck. So Beck, this card represents, it's the 7 of Wands, and this card represents soul purpose, destiny, your creative energy. It also represents the way in which you feel this competition around you, or you might be struggling with the competition, or you might be intimidated by the competition. This card represents you upskilling or up-leveling your current practice. You're being called to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone and do something else or go and get some more training, or go and apply for the course that you've been wanting to do, because you've outgrown your current situation. Sometimes I'll say to people, I swear sometimes, guys, so I'm just going to swear right now. Sometimes I say to people, you've got to sort of outgrow the fuckery. You've got to like rise above it. Let the fuckery do whatever it's going to do down there, and then you rise above it and just get on with the thing that you want to be doing. Just get on with it. So this is the card. My feeling is around this card is that you've outgrown your current situation around your career or around your your creative, your art. You've outgrown it, and it's time to take things to the next level. So that's going to require you to challenge yourself to learn something new, because doing what you're doing now is it's not that you need to compete with anybody else, but it's you against you now. Like, how can I grow myself in my current creative project, or my current art, or my employment? Right? It's time to up level. So that's your message. Okay. Now I'm going to move over onto, I'm sort of moving between, hello Angel 78, I don't know your name, but nice to see you. So I'm going to move over to Facebook now. So, right, let's see. I saw something there that I was attracted to. Show, here we go. Sonia Steedman. Hello, Sonia. Okay, yes, please, business. After years, I feel ready to come back and do healings, etc. I've just realised because of the mandates, I probably can't, meaning I probably can't. Now I'm thinking, what the fuck am I to do? Well, there are other ways to do this work. So it might be an opportunity for you to potentially upskill. I haven't looked at the cards yet, Sonia. I'm just saying this. It might be an opportunity for you to upskill. It's not too late to jump into my tarot program. We've only done 1 week. If you want to do that, I do all my readings online, and it's great. I prefer it, and then I record it, and it's fabulous. And in fact, most people prefer it now. Most people prefer online because it saves time. You don't have to drive anywhere. It saves time. So yes, I would encourage you to potentially look at different ways in which you can do your business. If you want to do hands-on healing, there's nothing stopping you. Just because there's mandates, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just you'll have to, be open to the ups and downs of. I know what you're talking about, and I don't want to start a big conversation on vaccination and non-vaccination and all that sort of thing. Yes, so given the position that I'm in, I don't have to worry about it because my business is all online. So it might be an idea to start thinking about how you can transition, and it is possible. It is possible. But let me have a look at the cards. Let me see what comes up for you. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so these are really good cards. So I've got the first card I've got for you is the Wheel of Fortune. So this card is sometimes I call it the crisis card, not because it means that something bad is going to happen, but it's kind of like a destabilizer. It destabilizes us and it forces us to go into sort of this transformation. We're forced to change, and we're forced to change the course of our destiny. Sometimes I think of this card like getting sort of a curveball. When we get thrown these curveballs, and we have to learn to dance on shifting ground. So I'm going to suggest that what information that I shared with you earlier is probably quite relevant for you, that you might want to start thinking about how you can do your practice differently, and yet still working in the healing arts, but potentially doing something more like talking therapy, or potentially doing cards like I do, or looking at ways in which you can take your practice online or do things differently online. And this is like look at the fleece. This is public recognition. I think you would do quite well changing, turn the wheel, do something different, upskill, retrain, Sonia, and see what happens. My feeling is it's going to be good for you. When I see this card, this is public recognition. This is a big yes. I also feel like there's nothing stopping you from doing your healing work from home. You can still do it on your terms. You can still do it on your terms. But I feel like there's a bit of a, with this card here, the suggestion is that the wheel's going to turn and things are going to change a little bit. You know, there's a different, as I said, you know, the potential for doing business differently, or upskilling, retraining, taking on a new path that will change the course of your destiny. It will. It will. And it's a good sign. And we've got the 6. This is public recognition. So that's my response to your question. So no one on Instagram wants a reading so far. So I'll move over to who am I going to read for now? Who do I feel drawn to? So just keep popping stuff in here. And Laurie, Barbara, there we go. That was by accident. Barbara Glover. I'd love a reading, please. Sorry, I can't send stars. Oh, that's okay. Oh, don't forget, guys. Here we go. Don't forget my Black Friday sale. So normally my readings are $180. This week they're $150. You can choose either an astro report. So we'll sit down, we'll do some astrology. I can glean a lot from your astrology chart, or you can choose a tarot, 10-card tarot therapy session, soul reading, and we can look at that. Both are $150 each. So if you'd like, or if you want to combine, you have to go on my website. I should put that. Don't know what I'll do with that. We'll see. We'll work something out with that. But yes, if you'd like a reading, it's there. I have people drop in and have business mentoring with me on those. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Anyway, so yes, the link is there. I'll pop it in one more time. It's only this week. Normally 180, 150. Black Friday sale. I get really good reviews with my readings. You know, jump in. You're having a reading with one of the best. I'm not afraid to say that. I do a really good job. So, okay, Barbara, this is for you. Barbara. 1, 2, that card's jumping out. I'd love a reading, please. Sorry, can't. I would love a read. Okay, so this is going to be a random reading, Barbara, because you haven't asked me questions. You just said I'd love a reading. So you get what you get. Don't be. I hope I don't offend you. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So she's in the sign of Taurus. Traditionally, well, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So her energy is about pleasure, pleasuring the body, taking care of the body, the senses. This is about quality over quantity. The message of this card for you is that you're being called to focus your attention on your sensual world, on your senses. This is about it's not really about taking care of your body in the context of going on a strict diet, but it's more about bringing more pleasure. My feeling is that you've been hard on yourself about your physical, the way you look. You've been rough, you've been mean, a bit not very kind to yourself. This card is a reminder to start valuing this beautiful vehicle that you have, this divine instrument that you have, your body, and start bringing more pleasure into your experience. So let me tell you a little bit about her. So her name is Queen Omphale, and you can see here there's a little bit of a darker patch. I'll show you on Instagram. There's a bit of a darker patch on her belly. Omphale means navel. It means navel, and she, she's all about creative sensuality, sexuality as well. In the story, Queen Omphale went to market. And she saw Hercules, also known as Hercules or Hercules. She saw him at the market, and he was being sold. He was a slave being sold. And she took one look at him and thought, I like him, I want him, I'm going to purchase him. So she did. And she paid quite a high price for him. But for her, it wasn't about how much it cost. It was the quality. So she didn't buy him as a fighter. She bought him as a lover. So this queen is very much about indulging her senses and only giving herself the best. You're being reminded, Barbara, to start valuing your life and valuing your worth. Don't be tight on yourself. Let yourself experience, let yourself have the things that you want. It's not about hedonistic pleasure. This is about bringing like self-worth, deep-seated self-worth into your experience, to really feel into the importance of who you are in the world, and to let yourself have like joy, let yourself experience joy, and let yourself eat the cake without guilt. Eat the fucking cake. Eat the cake. Have the cake. But just go all in and have it. Don't be tight. She gave her communities the best of everything. They had the best clothes. They had the beautiful silks. They had organic foods. They had the best of everything. You're being called to give yourself the best. It's time. Stop. Stop. Give yourself time. There's some emotional doubts and fears for you around relationship. You're scared. You're scared. You don't trust. And so there's some work around that for you. And when this card comes up in a reading, the Four of Cups is about feeling an off note. Things just don't feel right at the moment for you. And some of that is because you're neglecting yourself. So you've been called to start focusing on you. Okay. So, next person. Anybody on Insta would like a reading? I've only got one person on at the moment. Hello, whoever you are. Glad that you're here. I've got about 56, 57, 58 and counting on Facebook. All right, let me see. Someone just dropped off. Here we go. Let me see. Now, Dave Bester. Hello, Dave. Nice to meet you. Okay, yes, please, work. I have my 6-month probation report tomorrow, and I'm wondering how I'll go. I'm so nervous. I'd really like to succeed. So do you see me? Should we do? That's okay, I get it. So do you see me passing and succeeding? Let's have a look at the cards. Hello, Nicole. Nice to see you. Let's see. Dave, do I see you succeeding? So I'm getting a yes without even looking at the cards. I've got my Ouija board here. Shall I ask? Shall I just go straight to Spirit? Shall I just go straight to Spirit and ask? I just felt like I should then. I feel like I don't need to pull any cards out. It's a yes. And the board's saying you have to respond with confidence. It's a yes, but you have to respond with confidence. And whisper on the board is saying you must trust in oops. Right, so he's saying that you experience waves of emotions. Just trust and speak confidently. Be confident is what he's saying. It's a yes, you'll be fine. It's a yes. It's a yes. I don't even have to pull any cards on that. Yes, I just ask the board. The board, whisper. There we go. Now he's famous. Whisper. Yeah, sometimes I do use this with my clients. Sometimes I'll channel on that. Well, I channel, and then sometimes I channel on that too, whatever I feel drawn to. I brought it out tonight. I didn't expect to use it, but there you go. I just did. So I use it on my own. I don't use it with anybody else because, yes. Oh, someone's just said hello. Oh, that's cute. So, okay, let me see. Oops, Laurie. Yes, I did, Laurie. Now you've disappeared again. Okay, Laurie Hutchings. Can I have a reading, please? You said my name before, then didn't do it. I know because I accidentally jumped on somebody else, and I thought, well, it must be. It was Spirit. It must be. So, yes, you can have a love reading. You can have a love reading. If you ask me a question, I may use the board. If you actually ask me a question. So if you've got a question, since Whisper is around. Yes, he does support me. He's my upline. He's my manager. It's actually not a joke. It's for real. Yeah. Okay. So Laurie, I've been working with Whisper for years, on the board for years too. I've just developed what we have conversation like I have conversation with you. It's just there all the time. It's an ongoing conversation. It's my normal, like, I just wouldn't, it's just how it rolls. It's just my normal. Anyway, okay. Laurie, okay, this is for you. So, okay, Laurie, so I suspect you're asking about love, because the card that has come up, so you've been through some you've made some shit choices. I'm just going to be frank. You've made some rubbish choices in regards to relationships, and some of this has been based on unresolved issues from your parents, and you've somehow, you've made choices based on some of this. We've all got it. We all come into relationships with baggage, and so the Lover's card. Often, people see the Lover's card and they get excited and they think, oh, it's the Lover's card. I'm going to have, a new relationship. The Lover's card is sort of, it's not a warning card, but it's a reminder that we got to be careful about our choices. That, it's not always like moving. You're being called to move beyond lust, and I know we all want to be attracted to somebody. I get it. We want to have that attraction, but yes, open your heart to something a bit more like long lasting. Like, people age. We're all going to age. We're all going to sort of grow into, we're an aging we're aging. You're not going to keep our looks forever. So, with this card, it's a reminder as well that, some of these choices that you've had in the past have affected you, and that you're being called to focus on, just being think careful, be careful. Don't just jump for the shiny hot thing. Be careful, be a bit more careful. So the Sun card this is in the sign of Leo, the Sun card, and Leo is traditionally ruled by the Sun. So the Sun is about how you shine your beautiful self in the world. This is the creative self. This card represents, it's a yes card for any forward motion for any new projects that you've been looking into doing, Laurie, any new things that you've been wanting to do. This is a yes. This is the green light. This is like, yes, go forth and do it. Don't be afraid. Any decisions that you do make, just make sure you choose about long-term gain rather than short-term. Like, think of the long-term gain, and you'll make the right decision. You're being protected. This is the dispelling of, or the dissolving of depression, the dissolving of negativity, the dissolving of bad times. This suggests that things like, you can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I was going to sing it, but I won't do it because I'll just scare everyone. But that song just popped into my head. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. That's what's coming into my mind. That's what I've been told. So this is a good card. It is a good card, and it's a positive card. So this is a massive yes. This is a yes. Go forward and do the thing. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, next person. Hello, Heidi. I'm glad you started following me on Instagram. Hello, I've got 3 people on Instagram now. Hello, nice to see you. So glad you're here. If you'd like a reading, just put yes in the comments section, then I'll. There's less people on Instagram, so you're a lot more likely to get a reading on there. Okay. All right. So now we've got. Who am I going to read for now? Miller. Hello, Miller. Nice to meet you. Hi. Would I meet someone soon? Oh, Miller. Oh, we all want love, don't we? You'd like a love reading as well, Heidi? I'll move over to Instagram soon. Next. You're next, Heidi. Yes, we all want. Well, do we all want love? Do we all want a relationship? Yes. So shall we include the board again? Shall we have a chat to the big Whisper? Shall we have a chat to Whisper? See what he's got to say? I'm listening. I'm yes. So yes. Okay. So first of all, the timing around that will depend on your willingness to be open. So he did say, whisper is a masculine energy. He did say, yes, you're going to meet him sooner than you realize, sooner than you think, sooner than you can, like, it's going to happen very soon. Oh, and he's saying you have to stop waiting for the ex. What's that all about, Miller? What's that all about? Stop waiting for the ex. Why do women do that? We all do that, don't we? We like, what's that all about? Well, no, we don't all do that, but many of us do. We sort of like, don't wait for the ex. Just go forward. Yes. What else are you saying, Whisper? What else have you got to say? He's saying you've got to like settle into your self-worth. He's just told me I'm doing the reading now. Okay, so let me pick some cards. So he was saying, sorry, I went quiet there because I'm listening whilst I'm on the board. So he was saying that that you got to look inside and find the light within you, which my feeling is that's around your heart. Like, just like, yeah. Anyway, okay. I've been told to pick some cards, so I'll do that now. All right, Miller, this is for you. There we go. Oh, Miller. Okay, so the Emperor, this card, right, so the Emperor is this is Zeus. Zeus is also known as Jupiter in astrology, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of like your muchness, you stepping into your bigness. Like sometimes I'll say, like I say to my clients, I want them to be in their muchness. I want them to be in all of who they are. This is the card of like opening up to your grand, like the vision, the big vision, like the bird's eye view, the vision that you have for your future. And so I see this card as the card of business as well, or the potential for a promotion of some sort in your job, or it's you evolving your practice or evolving your craft or evolving what you currently do and taking it to the next level. You might think that your skills are pretty ordinary. With this card, it's a reminder that sometimes because like it's like for me with reading or channeling, it's so effortless that sometimes I take it for granted. Like we just don't realize how extraordinary we can be. So it's a reminder to remind you that you are extraordinary, and that there's more growth for you professionally. And it's yes, next year will be a big year for you professionally. It'll be a very big year. You're being reminded to gather all your resources, to get all your resources ready, to start preparing. Start prepping for 2022. I think this is going to be quite an exciting time for you, and yes, he's on his way. Don't worry about that. But professionally, it's going to be a good year for you. Okay. So Heidi on Instagram. Hello, Heidi. Nice to meet you. I think I've read for Heidi before. I'm sure I know Heidi. Hello. So Heidi was asking a question about love as well. So let's have a look. Let's see what's there for Heidi. How am I going for time? Still plenty of time. Don't run away, people. It's got plenty of time. Like, oh, look, these are good cards. Okay, Heidi, so the message for you with this card. So the wands, you can see here, the wands are about destiny. And look, we've got Zeus. Again, he's shown up again. He is the ruler of the wands in the Mythic Tarot, and he's the planet, like he's ruled Jupiter. He's ruled by Jupiter. So it's the planet of expansion, the planet of growth and expansion, and having the vision, being visionary. So you're being called, I would say, my message to you with this card is start imagining the kind of, get clear on the kind of person that you want to be with. Get clear on the kind of relationship that you want. Start becoming, start being, Start imagining the very thing that you want from the other. Start becoming that. So yes, this card, it's a great card. It's the beginning of a new chapter. So this person who's coming into your field isn't from your past. This is somebody brand new. This is somebody brand new and destined, of course. For soul purpose cards, like with wands, it's always about destiny, destined, ordained for you. The Sun card is look, and now we've got the Sun, which is another great card. So this card is traditionally in the sign of Leo. The Sun card is about getting out there, mixing it up, being playful, but start exploring your art. Start don't sit behind closed doors. Go out. We've got summer here in Australia. Go out and enjoy the sun. Go out and explore life. This is your yes card. This is like confirmation that love is on its way, but it won't happen behind closed doors, and it's not going to happen in the past. It's not happening in the past. It's happening in the future. This card, the Sun, is ruled by Apollo, and Apollo was an oracle. He was an oracle. He was divining the future. Your lover, your partner, he's in the future. He's not in your past. He's somebody new. He's somebody new. And you've got to get out, mix it up. You've got to go out, be seen, get on the stage, be seen, let yourself be seen. Leos, they want to be seen. You need to be seen. It's not going to find you if you're watching Netflix. So, okay, next person. Zoe Daniel. Hello, Zoe. Hi, Marina. I've been on my own for a long time. Is there a special man on the horizon for me in the new year? Let's ask the board. Okay, Whisper. Anyone in the new year? Yes. You have to see him. Oh, see him soon. Does she already know him? Yes. Who is this person? Who is this person, Zoe? Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. You have to see him. Who is he? Who is he? Well, either... that was just interesting, wasn't it? Don't you think? I'll get back on the board and ask a bit more in a minute. We'll see what cards come up first. Okay, Zoe. 1, 2. Okay, new chapter for you as well, Zoe. So we've got the Ace of Wands here. The Ace, so you're being called to do the thing that you're actually really scared of. Go and say the thing, go and approach, do the thing that you're avoiding. You need to go and do it. Say the thing, do what needs to be done. Go and approach, do it. So do it. So usually when the Five of Swords comes up, it usually suggests there's some karma. There's some karmic connections there. And the Five of Swords represents actually facing something that we're scared to face. So you're being called to actually go and say the thing, do the thing, the actual thing that's going to move the dial, and open your heart to the vision that you have for the future. So when Zeus comes around, he wants you to expand. He wants, not necessarily your waistline, you might not want to, but he wants you to expand on, to become more of who you are. And the way to do that is to do the actual thing that you're scared of. So I think my feeling is that you're scared. You're, story of everybody's life, story of my life too. You're a bit scared of relationship. You're scared, but you need to actually have that conversation. I don't know who it's with, but that came up on the board before. So there you go, Zoe. You need to have that conversation. It needs to be had. Okay, so Rena Lee, what's going on here? Hello, Rena. Need help due to a nasty ex-partner that's making me and my children's life hard. Seems to get himself out of trouble, and I'm scared he's going to do something. It's going to be too late. I just want to move forward with my babies. Okay, well, first and foremost, from a professional standpoint, I would be looking in to get some support outside of Facebook. So, it might be important for you to get in touch with potential. I don't know where you are, Rena, but I suspect you're not in Perth. But I think you're over east. I would be looking at organisations that specialise in DV and getting some supports in place, some supports in place to help you move through this, with the right supports in place. Can only do so much. Facebook is probably not the most ideal place for you to be asking these questions. But, as a responsible therapist that I am, I would be recommending that you go and seek some professional support. Don't have any links on me right now, but I'll put some links in later. I don't know where you are. So maybe if you can tell me where you are, then there is a DV hotline that you could call, that they can get you in touch with some services that you can connect with straight away, tonight. Don't have the hotline on me. I'll find it and I'll put it in the comment section. So, okay. So let's have a look what the cards have to say. Right, so for you at the moment, Rena, boundaries are really, really important. You have to protect yourself. This is the card. The Strength card is the card of me, myself, and I. You have to put you and obviously your children first. You've got to put some distance between yourself and the other. In this card, what happens is, this is Hercules. What he does is that he has to, as part of his atonement for his psychotic episodes, I'm not suggesting you're psychotic, for his psychotic episodes, he's sent on these 12 tasks. And one of the tasks is to kill this lion. I can't remember the name, Nemean lion, I think it's called. And this lion has skin that is, it's DV Connect. There you go, DV Connect, Rena. You need to Google it, DV Connect. Thanks, Nicole. I'll jump over to Instagram after this reading for this person, and I'll jump over and do a reading for someone on Instagram. So what I wanted to say was that this lion has the skin cannot be penetrated. So what he does is he strangles the lion and he suffocates the lion, and then he wears this skin. He skins the lion and he puts the skin on him, and he becomes known as Hercules the Invincible, or Hercules the Invincible. Or Hercules the Invincible. So he wears this skin, and this skin puts this distance between himself and others. And so this is the card of healthy ego development. This is the card of the hero's journey, where you have to step into your courage and step into your power. And some of that power is learning how to have boundaries, to control those urges, to not be in contact. And to create space between yourself and others, so that you can get a sense of who you are and what you want. So this card, it is about learning to say no and being in your power by saying no. And it's not if it's an I don't know, Rena, it's still a no. So if it's, it could be an I don't know, it could be I'm not sure. If it's all of those, it's still a no. And so you need to respect your no, because it's giving you this healthy space. And don't be afraid to say no, but definitely get some extra supports. So the Knight of Pentacles, with this card, I feel like you have what I want to say with this card is that you've got to take care. You've got to you're a hardworking person. Don't doubt the impact that you're having by doing what you're doing now for your children. You are making a big impact, even if it doesn't feel like it. It is actually a very abundant decision. The choice that you've made now is the right choice. There's a lot of stability for you if you continue to move forward in this choice. And you can see that he has it. You probably can't see it, but he has a grain of wheat there. It's abundant. There's abundance there, potential for abundance. So continue to forge forward. Continue to forge forward. You are actually naturally a healer. You have a gift for healing. Right now, it's probably too hard to see that, but you are a gifted healer. So this guy, Apollo, is being, this guy, he's the son of Apollo. His name is Aristeus. And he is what I would call, he's very happy to work with the most insignificant or people who are on the fringes of society. So I'm encouraging you to get some support. Go and find a support help worker or someone who can support you as you move through this transition to help you gather the strength that you need to make the changes that are possible. I don't get any bad, nothing bad is going to happen for you, but you need to say no and you need to get the right supports in place. That's my message to you. Okay, or to your children. No, it's, you're being taken care of, but you've got to be part of that process, making that happen. Okay, so there's someone on Instagram, so I just need to scroll down. Okay. I think it's Nicole Reynolds. Hello, Nicole. Love to ask Spirit where my focus should be at the moment, and if the person I've reconnected with is worth my time, or do I cut my losses and walk away now? Thank you. Okay, let's have a look what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. My feeling, Nicole, I'm just going to get on the board here because my feeling is, okay, I'm getting told to pull the cards. All right, I'll pull the cards. No, I've got to no, pull the cards. All right. Pull the cards. Okay. Right. All right, so your focus needs to be on work. Your focus needs to be on your career. You have an opportunity, or there are opportunities for you to advance or to upskill or to receive some sort of certification or to receive, excuse me, I just burped. Sorry about that. Gosh, sorry. To receive some kind of certification. Like that needs to be your focus. That's what you're being called to focus on, and focus on gathering your resources. Money, energy, certifications. Focus on you. The High Priestess represents, this is the major card. So your major lesson right now is learning how to trust yourself and also building rapport with your inner being. Building rapport with your subconscious, building rapport, trusting, learning how to trust the messages from within, rather than letting somebody else outside of you dictate how you feel. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust the insights, the instincts. You've been getting insight about this relationship. You've been getting insights, and you need to trust that. You need to trust that. So what my feeling is, it's cut your losses. But you've got to trust yourself to do this. It's all good and well me saying that, but you've got to trust yourself. So when the High Priestess comes up in a reading, it is about the development of your own psychic abilities, or the development of your own intuitive faculties. Learning, trusting what is coming up, your dreams. Watch your dreams. Watch what's happening in your dreams. Take note of the archetypes that might be coming up in your dreams. Maybe there's maybe there's might be aggressive. Maybe there's you feel fearful or unsafe. Look what's happening in your dreams, because it's giving you some insight into what's actually going on inside of you, how you're feeling, your true feelings about the situation that you find yourself in. And I think you know the truth, is my point. You've received insights around that. Your focus needs to be on your certification, your career, and the upskilling of your career. Okay. Thanks, Nicole, for trusting me. Right. Now I'll move over to, I'm in trouble. I've gone over time. I'm going to get in trouble. So Instagram, I'm going to put a link later tonight in about 20 minutes up on my bio for my Black Friday sale. I'm early. It's an early Black Friday sale. I've got in because I won't see you on Friday. So there you go. My readings will be $150. They're usually 180 Australian dollars. So it'll be $150, and that'll end midnight on Friday. So you can either book in for an astrology reading with me, and which will look at your soul purpose. They're very in-depth. The astrology readings, people are absolutely loving them. I'm loving them as well. Or you can choose a soul reading where we just channel spirit and, you know, the cards, and we're channeling, and, you know, I'm still channeling when I'm doing astrology as well. It's just it's more soul purpose driven. So yes, so take your pick, jump in, because it won't be this price. It'll end on Friday. So 150 instead of 180. And yes, would love to read for you. Hope to see you. Hope to share my gift with you. Me and Whisper, the big Whiz. All right. I hope he's not annoyed with me calling him that. Okay, take care, everyone. I should put the link back in. Here's the link. There you go. Black Friday sale. We'll do it for you guys later. Sending you so much love. I will summarize this reading because I think I need to. It was an intense one this week, wasn't it? Got to go. I'm going to get in trouble. Somebody else is supposed to be on. Bye, everyone.